I was 16 years old, bleeding, crying, unable to move my leg. The doctor looked at my mother and said just one sentence. If we don't do surgery tonight, she may never walk again. My mother didn't even look at me. She folded her arms and said, "No surgery." The room went silent. Then the nurse checked my file again, paused, and whispered, "This record says new guardian." The accident happened at a family party. Music was loud. Lights were bright. Everyone was laughing. It was supposed to be a happy night. I was carrying drinks when my cousin pushed past me. I lost balance. The stairs were slippery. I remember falling. I remember pain. Then I remember screaming. My leg was bent in a way it should never bend. People gathered around me. Some gasped. Some froze. My mother stood there. "Run to me." She didn't hold my hand. She just said, annoyed, "Why are you always so clumsy?" An ambulance came. Inside the hospital, doctors rushed me in. They took x-rays. They talked in low voices. Then one doctor came out and spoke clearly. "She has severe damage. Surgery is urgent." I looked at my mother with hope. "Please, just this once, choose me." But she shook her head. "No surgery. Too expensive. She'll heal." The doctor stared at her. She could lose her leg function. My mother replied coldly, "She's not worth that much." Those words burned into me. I cried. I begged, "Mom, please, I'm scared." She didn't answer. She was busy texting. That's when something strange happened. A nurse entered, holding a file. She frowned. "Excuse me, are you the legal guardian?" My mom snapped. "I'm her mother." The nurse hesitated. "This record was updated today. It lists a new guardian." The room froze. My mother stood up. "What are you talking about?" The nurse read the name. The doctor's face changed. And then he turned to me. "Sweetheart, help is coming." Mom's face went pale. Minutes later, a man entered the room. Tall, calm, well-dressed. I recognized him immediately. My father. The man my mother told everyone had abandoned us. He walked straight to my bed, held my hand, and said softly, "I'm here. I've got you." My mother started yelling, "You have no right. She's my daughter." My father calmly handed documents to the doctor. "I became her legal guardian this morning." My mother screamed, "You planned this?" My father looked at her, emotionless. "The moment you refused to protect her." Turns out, my father had been watching from far away for years. He knew my mother treated me like a burden. He waited, hoping she would change. But when he heard about the accident, he acted immediately. Surgery was approved. I was taken in within an hour. Before they rolled me away, I saw my mother arguing with security, yelling, crying, threatening. No one listened. When I woke up, my leg was in a cast, but I could feel my toes. I cried with relief. My father sat beside me. "You're safe now," he said. Recovery was long, painful, but for the first time in my life, someone cared. My mother tried to visit. Hospital security refused her. She left voicemails, angry ones, then fake loving ones. I didn't answer. Weeks later, I was discharged. I didn't go home with her. I went with my father. New house, new room, new life. Months passed. I learned the truth. My mother had always blamed me for everything. My birth, my father leaving, her failed dreams. She never wanted a child. Years later, she showed up again. This time, desperate. She had debts, no support, no one left. Years passed after that day. My leg healed, but something else healed too. For the first time, I stopped feeling unwanted. Living with my father felt strange at first. I kept waiting for him to get tired of me, to get angry, to walk away. But he never did. He attended my school meetings. He learned how to cook my favorite food. He sat beside me during every hospital checkup. Every time I walked a little better, he smiled like he had won the world. One evening I finally asked him, "Why didn't you come earlier?" He stayed quiet for a long time. Then he said softly, "I was afraid." Afraid that fighting her would hurt you more. But the day she refused your surgery, I realized silence was hurting you more than any fight. That night, I cried in his arms, not from pain, from relief. I grew stronger, not just in my body, but in my mind. At 18, I started working part-time. At 20, I went to college. At 22, I stood on a stage and received my degree. My father was in the front row, clapping the loudest. Then, life came full circle. One rainy evening there was a knock at the door. I opened it, and there she was, my mother, older, tired, broken. No makeup, no pride. She looked at my leg first, then at my face. "You can walk," she whispered. "Yes," I said calmly. She started crying. She talked about her problems, her debts, how everyone left her. Dreamed of hearing, "I made a mistake." I waited. But she didn't say sorry. She only said, "I need help." That's when I understood everything. She wasn't there because she loved me. She was there because she had no one else. I took a deep breath, and I said, "You taught me something very important." She looked up with hope. I continued, "You taught me that love is not words, it's choices." Her face changed. The day I was on that hospital bed, I said, "You chose money over my life." She tried to touch my hand. I stepped back. No anger, no shouting, no revenge, just truth. I survived without you. I healed without you. I became strong without you. Tears fell from her eyes, but I felt peace. "I forgive you," I said finally. Her eyes widened. But forgiveness doesn't mean access. She collapsed onto the chair, crying. I opened the door. "I hope you find help, but it won't be from me." She left. That was the last time I saw her. Now when I walk, every step reminds me of that hospital room, of the doctor's words, of the file that said, "New Guardian." That single line changed my life. Not because someone left me, but because someone finally chose me.